Time to look at the big numbers of the day. And these are some important numbers that could have a big impact on what happens in the new world over the next 12 months. And when we arrive, of course, at November the 5th, 2024, Election Day. Those are key numbers to keep in mind. November 5th. First, new polling for the first time in a credible poll includes all four candidates pulling national support: Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Cornel West. And there is a very clear leader, and it is Donald Trump. In fact, the numbers must be a shock to the system of those that have campaigned against the 45th president for so very long. And for those that thought RFK Jr. would drain support from the former president, well, you've got your hands full now. The Harvard-Harris poll shows Donald Trump with a commanding 7-point lead over Joe Biden, 41% to 34%. Kennedy coming in strong at 21%, about what I'd expect. And West sneaks in with a field goal on the board at 3 points. Another poll from USA Today shows Trump and Biden tied. The big difference in that poll, it shows the two tied at 37%, but it also shows Kennedy polling just 13%, which I don't believe, by the way. RFK is going to pull around 20 points, and most of that is going to bleed Biden to death, politically speaking. And it's a problem that would not be cured by Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer or anyone else, because Donald Trump's base is rock solid, at least 40 points and maybe a bit higher. And with each day of a stagnant economy, an open border, and two wars that we are footing the bills for, Biden gets less popular, if that's possible. And the campaign of RFK picks up those who cannot support the fading and mumbling president, but also will not vote for Donald Trump. So today, the big number is Trump has better odds of winning than Joe Biden. And that number is getting stronger by the day, every single day. And speaking of an important number, how about being number one? America first. That was the number Donald Trump was dialing up and delivering to the first in the nation primary state of New Hampshire yesterday. Listen.
Macron, nice guy. You know, look, he's for France. I'm for us. I'm for us. You know how you spell us, right? You spell us, U.S. I just picked that up. Has anyone ever thought of that before? I just picked that up. A couple of days I'm reading, and it said us. And I said, you know, if you think about it, us equals U.S. Isn't that? Now, if we say something genius, they'll never say it. You know, we get 25, 30, 40, 50, 80,000, 100,000 people to speeches. They've never said Trump's a great speaker. Never said. I've never heard it. I said to my people, do you think they'll ever acknowledge I must be doing okay? Except I'm a very handsome person, so I guess a lot of you want to sit. They want to sit and look at me because I'm so, like a beauty pageant. No, it's amazing.
Yeah, and humble, too. Yeah, and while he was focused on America first, the administration is doing its level best to defend the jaw-dropping amount of money that they're demanding for the wars in Ukraine, Israel, money for Taiwan, and the support of the collapsed southern border as well. For example, take a listen to this lie from John Kirby.
Where U.S. weapons stockpiles stand, with two wars sending now two different types of shipments on a regular basis towards two U.S. allies. How big is the concern that the U.S. is dangerously low on what it should have for its own defense right now?
Well, of course it's a concern. That's why we asked for that extra supplemental funding from Congress. Without getting into classified information, I can assure you and the American people that the United States military can continue to defend our national security interests all around the world. But it's something that we watch very, very closely. And with every single aid package that goes to Ukraine and now Israel, the Department of Defense has to do an assessment to make sure that we can continue to meet our own war plans, our own operational needs. And we're doing that. We've also revitalized the defense industry to create, to manufacture and produce much more of these munitions so that we can, A, keep them going to Ukraine and Israel, but also, B, replenish those stocks. But it is important, and that's exactly why the president asked for that supplemental funding.
Now, go ahead and trust me on this one. We're not low on these weapons. They just want more money to give to foreign countries in cash and prizes like those weapons. Meanwhile, over in La La Land, we have news commentators that are so far gone, they need to think about dialing the numbers that will get them in touch with mental health professionals, and very, very soon.